Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. So I'm Jacob. I'm from Bristol in the UK, but I've been living out here in Greece for the last 4 years now, with the charity Action for Education, and we're running really critical education programs for children and young adults on the Aegean Islands near Turkey, specifically on Chios and Samos.
Brilliant, thank you. And can you tell us a little bit about the nest building and the projects that you run within that site?
Yeah, sure. So on the island of Samos, there's currently around 4,000 refugees, and about 40% of them are under the age of 18. And out of that 40%, about 7 out of 12 are actually under the age of 12. But unlike anywhere else, there is a huge gap in access to any kind of education or a safe space for younger children, and especially children before the age of primary school. So 2 years ago, we came to Samos and we looked at the situation here, and we knew immediately we really wanted to create a response to support both families and children who don't otherwise have access to anything. And we were really lucky at this moment, and we met another organization that had a huge degree of technical expertise and specialism in early childhood education. They're a group that works not on the ground, but from afar, called the Pedagogical Institute of Los Angeles. And they had a model for creating a really safe and inviting space for young children and their parents to come to. Now, you also have to bear in mind that most of these children are living in a vastly over capacity camp, where the conditions are absolutely horrible, where you're spending your days without any meaningful activity, without access to things like showers or classes or just clean environment or spaces. So what we set up was a space we called the Nest, and this is really one of the most beautiful spaces with really high quality education materials where children can come whenever they want, every day with their parents, and just spend a few hours playing and developing as they see fit, surrounded by really beautiful furniture, games and activities. Now we have one coordinator who actually runs the Nest space here, and then we take different volunteers, both from different international countries as well as from the refugee community itself, who staff this space and ensure that this environment is run in a really caring and supportive way for everyone.
Fantastic. So Marlow Refugee-Action are able to commit for the coming 12 months to be able to support the running of the Nest through regular funding to you. So can you just explain a little bit about what that means to the service in terms of, where you want to go in the coming year and how that stability will help?
So we've been running this program now on Samos for almost 2 years, and the program basically requires having a building and then having this really effective model of providing education. Now, with the support of Marlow Refugee-Action, we're not only able to secure the running of this space, but it gives us the flexibility of saying, hey, you know what, this space is great, but we also want to be able to run more spaces like this. We want to make sure that every young child in this camp could have access to a similar space. So this is about coming together and building the capacity of this project so that it can reach more and more people. And that might mean being in a position to open extra spaces, or if not, then just sustaining this space as long as possible, because we all know that the focus of education often first and foremost goes on primary school, which is really important. And we talk a lot about secondary school, but there is often a gap in the general conversation around early childhood education. Yet this is so critical to development of young people. So in collaboration with various groups, this space is really making a huge difference, and it would be great to do even more.
Brilliant, thank you. And we're really proud to be able to support you over the coming year, and hope to be able to check in every so often to find out how you're getting on. So thank you.
Absolutely.